Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video. And Alterac Valley launched, played and streamed it basically all day, played every single class, every single hero card in standard, did one arena run, and well, listened to what you guys were going through and all of that. Had a really great stream. It was a lot of fun, and I'm sure you guys want to know, am I ranting and raving? Am I pissed off about quest lines ruining the game, all of this and all of that? Well, I got good and bad. There was some really good stuff and there's some bad stuff, and I wanted to talk about it and overall my impressions of how the expansion's feeling. And there are some just underlying problems I'm having with everything. And well, let's talk about the good. Let's talk about the good. I played 10 different classes. No aggro. I played no aggro. I played only one OTK deck. I played like the Warlock Owl OTK. And overall, everything felt really fun to play. All the new hero cards are really flavorful, really impactful. A lot of the decks I was playing were like not optimized, had a lot of new cards, and I was able to relatively compete for the most part. My opponents were playing new cards, but I faced like no new card Face Hunter, no new cards, I think Quest Warlock at one point, and still competed against them. I still beat some of them and I compete against some of them, so that was a pretty good experience. Overall, I thought the new cards would not be as impactful as they seem to be. However, when I did face an old deck, especially Quest deck, felt like they were kind of like on another power level, and I'm wondering how it'll feel in the next few days when people start playing the same old stuff again. We'll have to wait and see, but at least day one, I had fun on ladder, in which I can't say I have had any fun on ladder for a very long time. However, I do think we have an OTK non-interactive storm coming our way. Another positive is the new objectives, you know, just the objectives in general, pretty fun to play. Some of them seem kind of busted, like the Shaman one that gets 3/4s every turn seemed crazy, but even like the Demon Hunter one that gave plus attack for like token DH felt very powerful, but not like completely unfair. So the objectives I was glad to see went off pretty well. And yeah, overall the play experience for the most part, at least for me in standard in the meta, felt pretty good. However, I feel like there's a lot more negative for me to talk about than positive. I want to say though that the positive I have talked about is probably more important than most of the negative things I will talk about. The play experience on ladder for me felt a lot better. I had fun. I'm looking forward to playing it again tomorrow. I hope it lasts. It might not, but that's a great positive I've been able to say in months. So I want to leave that out, but I got to talk about all the nitpicky you know, little things also, and a couple of big things. There are a couple of big things, and it's more related not so much to the gameplay. I'll start with the one that's most gameplay related that I think is a big problem. Is Warlock in standard is still just, in my opinion, outright broken. Whether it's Demon Seed, whether it's like you're playing the humongous Owl OTK with the Phylactery card, the card in itself, like Owl, not really a problem. Phylactery, honestly, not really a problem. The problem is everything else in Warlock. The absolute cheap removal, like with Moarg Artificer, you're getting 1/0 mana flame strikes, it feels like, all the time. The insane healing, so all the self-damaging is irrelevant. How many times do you get a Warlock down to like 8 health and then they heal for like 24 while removing your board, drawing 3 cards? I mean, I thought we nerfed Blade Master and Apotheosis and Priest because of mass healing. Well, what's this? Like, Warlock does it way better without having to draw their one legendary, and they're able to mana cheat a hell of a lot more. Warlock just feels unfair. Whenever I would face a Warlock on ladder, I just got frustrated. It wasn't fun anymore. They would never fight for board. They would remove everything I would want to do. They would heal infinitely, and then they would kill me with an uninteractive combo, whether it be fatigue or the Owl shenanigans. And I just think Warlock is ridiculously overtuned with Mithril weapon. The Mithril weapon at 4 is still an Emperor Thaurissan you can run 2 of that gives you 2 procs. This card should like not exist in my opinion, and if it does, it should be 6 or 7 mana, because I mean, Emperor Thaurissan was a legendary minion, one of the more powerful legendaries ever, and it was a legendary, and it was 6 one-time proc. Like, I don't understand the logic behind it, and it allows them just to do such broken stuff with Moarg Artificer with all their healing, and it's just very frustrating. It's super non-interactive, and that was the most frustrating experience of the ladder for me. I don't know if you guys are running into that a lot, but for me, that was just, it was a pain in the ass, and I did not enjoy it. But the rest, for the most part, I didn't really have any big issues with any other major decks. We'll have to see how it turns out. The other big issue is Wild's still screwed. Wild's in the exact same position. These cards haven't really shifted things up. It's still just odd. Quest Hunter, you have Pirate Warrior, and you have Evenlock. Throw in like, you know, Sorcerer's Apprentice Mage with the new mana cheat card, and you're looking at a horribly unfun, uninteractive meta where you can only play a very select few things without just dying immediately, and that just really sucks. I know a lot of Wild streamers that literally quit playing Wild within like a couple of hours of trying. Like they're just facing Pirate Warriors, Hunters, all that. None of the new stuff even competes. So I really hope they take a look at Wild. I'll probably have a video on that in the near future. My suggestions of what you can do to help Wild out, but it's just in a brutal spot right now. So Wild's looking rough. And then there's just this, why is everything still so buggy? Why? Like the game ran fine, right? I had a couple crashes. There's some issues where if you play one of the objectives in Secret Passage, it crashes the game, and there's some other issues, but like it's just the little things that keep adding up and it pisses me off. Like I wanted to do achievement hunting, but there's multiple achievements that are busted. You have the Yeti achievement's broken. You can't do that one right now. And you can't even get the new Diamond Legendary for getting all the cards. This is literally the exact same bug we saw in the last expansion with Dark Bishop Benedictus. It's the same issue, and they made the same mistake twice in a row. It's kind of ridiculous that they keep making the same mistakes. And then I was ready to be absolutely outraged when they apparently stealth nerfed the Mercs AFKing of XP in PvE mode. Like you get half the XP when you do that whole trick. On that video I did, I'll try and have the thumbnail of the video, where you would AFK Mercs and get XP for it. Well, all of a sudden now you only get half. But I have had a Blizzard Devil post his tweet basically saying that is a bug that's not unintended. They're looking at fixing it, so at least it's not intended. But again, it's another bug. It's like so many of these issues keep popping up, and I'm talking to a friend of mine, Imic. He does all these tweets about stuff. He spots to like 10 bugs within like an hour of it being launched, right, and reports them. Isn't that what they're supposed to do at Blizzard? If some casual, you know, Hearthstone fan on his computer is able to spot these bugs, who is doing the bug testing at Blizzard? I don't understand why these keep happening so frequently. Like, it's just frustrating. Like, I want to do the achievement hunting. I feel like I have to wait now because I got to wait for all the achievements to not be bugged. There's apparently more than just the couple. There's, I believe, even the weapon on Cariel's damage. That one doesn't count all the time. It's just all these little things that are just super frustrating. And then the biggest thing, the thing that really did piss me off the most, it didn't affect me because I buy everything. It doesn't really matter. But the achievement, or not the achievements, the legendaries, the Alliance and Horde legendaries. So if you chose Vandar, right, you chose Golden Vandar as your legendary in your opening packs, you could open up Drekthar, regular Drekthar, the one you didn't pick, and vice versa. And there's no full dust refund if you open it. Unlike like the Korak, if you open Korak, you get a full refund because he's available as a diamond legendary. However, for the one you didn't pick, Drekthar or Vandar, if you open it, that took a spot of a legendary. You only get 400 dust back. And the big issue with this is you're eventually going to get the other golden one for free doing the Honor quest line. And a lot of people, myself included, you guys know how much I play. I finished the rewards track. I have played a ton. I have yet to finish the Honor quest line. I'm really close, but I haven't done it yet. And if you open that, then you get, basically takes a spot of a legendary you probably want instead, because you're going to get that one for free later. And it takes a lot of the fun and the spirit out of pack opening, like encouraging people to wait to complete their quest line so that they open up the other cards, so then the duplicate protection saves you, is really crummy. And a lot of people posted on Reddit saying that, you know, they open it felt terrible. And I agree. Like, of all the things, it's a fun event, this Horde and Alliance event. It's really cool, but don't make people sour on it by being a little bit greedy with dust. And I feel like that's that. I feel like it's just a little bit of greed. It's unnecessary. And I want to shout that out. I don't think that's cool. And I think that anybody that did open it, I think should retroactively get dust refunds. I'm putting that on Blizzard. I think they should retroactively give it just as good faith, because it's a fun event. You want to encourage the fun of doing Horde and Alliance. That's all cool stuff. But when you feel like you're punishing players for opening their packs, when pack openings can be punishing enough as it is if you low roll, that's really, really quite lame. So that's my first day impressions. A lot of little annoying garbage, whether it's like bugs that I just feel like shouldn't be there, or some, you know, Warlock being too good, or again, some of the issues with the legendaries. But overall, I will say I had fun playing standard ladder, not wild. Wild's a dumpster fire. I had fun playing standard. The hero cards are really cool. I have them all golden. I might make a video on that because they look really cool. And I had fun. I had fun playing ladder. I plan on playing it again. I hope it lasts. I hope it's not just because I'm facing people trying new stuff and the quest lines don't dominate. But as it stands, I was able to beat Pirate Warriors with the new cards. I was able to beat a lot of the old strategies with new cards. It's just Warlock kind of feels like a league of its own. And, you know, there's just other issues. But overall, I'm hopeful. And this isn't because I got a bundle for Blizzard. It's because I actually had some fun. But there are big issues, and it could be a big problem. It could be a big problem. And Wild really, really needs some love because it is just brutal in Wild. And I hope they do something before the holidays, but I'm super doubtful of it. So let me know how you guys felt in the comments below about the expansion launch. Did you have fun? Are you feeling terrible about it? All that good stuff. I want to hear it. And yeah, we'll be talking about issues as we go along. And I hope you guys have a great day and stay salty, my friends.